Welcome to the Montour Trail. The ongoing improvements along the Robinson Township sections of the trail in Washington County have gained great momentum. In the mid-1990s, grading was initiated on the former Donaldson property. Cooperation between the Trail Council and Robinson Township assured success. The next big project was the building of abutments on either side of State Route 980 near the Quicksilver Golf Course. Between 5 and 10 yards of concrete had to be poured by volunteers. To assure safe passage under the bridge by truck traffic, the height had to be maintained at 18 feet over the roadway below. The bridge brought from a site near Ambridge was carefully placed on the newly formed abutments. In the spring of 2002, the section of trail between Quicksilver and Allegheny County was opened, forming a continuous 6-mile section of trail in Robinson Township. And most recently, ground was broken to officially begin the multi-million-dollar renovation of the McDonald Trestle. Now we present the groundbreaking ceremony for the Trestle.
Great, thank you. I'd like to welcome you all for our official groundbreaking ceremony. Please ignore the fact that the ground has already been broken. Let's not worry about technicalities like that. It's a great day for this 1.7 or something like that $1 million contract. We're going to be building trails starting from this point on here, actually the point where you came around the corner at the top of the hill to your right, and then across the trestle over to your left. And if you if you have not already done so, you might just take a walk down there and see what it looks like from there. They're taking off the ties to cleaning up the top of the trestle in preparation of the putting on the concrete walkway. I'm very impressed with the work there. I see they have protectors for the workers. They've made up special protectors, posts to hold up a fence to protect the workers. And from there on, it's going to go for a total of about 5 miles down to all the way down to Pennsylvania 50. Okay, let's get started here. The Reverend John Sally was not able to be with us, and so I've asked Tim Kilmeyer to fill in. Tim?
Good and gracious God, we thank you for everything that you've done for this organization so far. We know that we can do nothing without your help, and we ask your continued blessings on the rest of this project so that we can finish it and give it up to your good so people can enjoy your creation as well as each other's company and come to know you better in the process. And we thank you for everything you've done. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Thank you, Tim. Our agenda calls for an honor guard. Does anybody see the honor guard? Well, moving.
How about a pledge?
Yes. All right. Okay, there you go.
To the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The play ball is not the appropriate response now. I already gave you a little bit of description of the job. This trail piece will connect then. We have 18 miles of completed trail going this way to all the way down to almost to the Ohio River. And after you go, the section that the contractor is going to do in this direction is going to be taken all the way down to Pennsylvania 50. That will leave a gap at their bridge. There's a bridge project for Pennsylvania 50. That's another project, and which should be done in the 2004, as I understand it. And then beyond that, we have 5 miles of completed trail down to Morganza Road. This contract also includes 4 bridge modifications in Cecil Township, 2 at Papp Road and at Glass Hill Road, where we're going to raise the railroad girders up several feet so that the emergency vehicles can get through there. And then 2 other bridges at Cowden and Galati are going to be removed, and the traffic is slow and small enough that we're not going to worry about replacing them with a bridge at this time. So that's an overall scope of what the project is. let me introduce you now to the team members. And if you'll wave your hand or stand up or sit down or do something else to draw attention to yourself, that would be good. More noise, Ed. Hi, Eric. Okay, thank you.
Chew louder.
Dick Quasi, the MTC inspection foreman.
Thank you.
The George Kaiser, the PennDOT construction coordinator, is not here, as I understand. Does he have a representative?
Yes, right
Oh,
here.
there we go. Thank you. Yeah, Dom Sacchetti from District 11. 12, thank you. I get those mixed up. And he's been helping us, nursing this project along, and he's been a big help. Then we have Bob Genter, and also I have to add Mahendra Blakia from Mackin Engineering. Could you wave your hands, both of you there? Thank you. Bob Pazahowski, construction project manager from Mackin. He's couldn't make it, okay. And Bill Dietrich, he couldn't make it either. And from Atlas Railroad Construction, Gary Patterson. Okay, he's probably out there on the job doing his real thing. The contract was the low bidder was Atlas Railroad Construction. Okay, John, do you want to talk a little bit about making connections?
Be glad to.
One other Montour Trail luminary who always takes the hardest job for himself, Dennis Pfeiffer. Where's Dennis? There he is right here. Let's have a hand for Dennis. I hope to live as long as he has spent summarizing the construction meeting minutes and all the rest. It's a big job, and there's a lot of people who've worked on it, but Dennis has been good at organizing it. We have this, I think, handsome banner behind us calling for making connections. That is not an original phrase with us. We borrowed it from the National Rails Organization in their 1998 convention, but I think overall, and increasingly so, it speaks louder and louder with what we're doing. The obvious is that we're connecting trail. Less obvious is that we're connecting communities. As Ned Williams, who's president of the Panhandle Trail Association, would be glad to tell you, no doubt in length, that the Panhandle Trail ultimately will go right under, and that's going to be a 29-mile trail over to Weirton. So it's just almost goes without saying that at every level we find more and more connections being made. I spend most of my time as a volunteer out in the Cecil area, and more we see young families with children, little Susie with her brand new bike and training wheels, having an experience that wouldn't have been possible without these traffic-free, safe environments. There's another potential here, and I hope this can be some sort of a forecast. A couple of months ago, I went down with my wife to my uncle's 90th birthday. This is in Greensboro, North Carolina. And on the way, we had learned of the Virginia Creeper Trail, which is some 34 miles long. And it seemed like a good idea, because it was just a short distance out of our way, to take it in. And what an experience it was. When we finished the trail, we had a good dinner and all the rest. The next morning, just by accident, we chose the same breakfast place that a councilman from the little town of Damascus frequents. And so we're talking trail. I guess we look like bike riders, I don't know what. But he said, and this is a little tiny town. I looked it up in the atlas, 918 residents in the town of Damascus. They have a bicycle event in May, and it drew 20,000 people for the week. So guess what that meant in